So we met in Ireland. So I'm born and bred Irish, and Ruth was over doing a holiday club that year, and then there was a reunion in the October, I think it was, 1997, and my friend dragged me along to this event reunion, and Ruth was there, and he was trying to set us up, and so that's how we met. So we started actually physical writing to each other, and then she randomly invited me over to England for New Year, and I, without saying anything, I think I went and bought my ticket. And yeah, came over, and I think about 5 months later,
it's in the May,
proposed, and yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah, the plan was to get married, in a couple of years, have a family, and it kind of didn't happen. So we went to the doctor, and we started some investigation as in what was happening, and we found out it's actually 21 years ago today that we wouldn't be able to have children naturally. I remember coming out of the doctors that evening and Philip just turning and saying, "Just don't leave me." We cried a lot. We spent a lot of time talking, obviously.
I personally don't remember any sort of resentment towards God about at the time. And I just knew it was, whatever the plan was the plan, and but we didn't really know, did we?
No.
You were very keen on the IVF, and I was more anxious on that, I think. But yeah, when you find out that you're not going to have a child naturally, it's like a bereavement that you can't get rid of, sort of thing, out of your mind. It's still raw now.
November of 2003, we started our first cycle of IVF at Bourne Hall in Cambridge. Quite a gruelling time, lots of medication, lots of injections, lots of appointments, very understanding employers for both of us. We were lucky enough to, I think we had 36 embryos or something like that, and 19 of them fertilised, and 2 were put back and 1 of them took. And so we had our first scan at 6 weeks on Christmas Eve. Yeah, we have Alfie, who's not so small, and he's 19 now, 6'3". And then a couple of years after having Alfie, we decided to use some of our frozen embryos that we had. We thawed them all out, hoping to get the best embryos. 2 of them survived, 2 of them were put back, and we were lucky enough to have Thomas, our little Frosty, who's nearly 17, and he's 6'3" as well.
From the doubts that we had, or that I had, initially, was it right from a Christian point of view to be doing IVF in the first place? I would say he was definitely at work, without a doubt. The odds are just staggering to get 2 embryos to catch first time on each occasion, and it was all sort of very new. Well, the second occasion was very new technology that they were using.
It was hard at the time. We were in a small group. There were 5 couples, and 3 of them were all pregnant. And yeah, that was a really tough time for me, but we did feel very much supported by the couples even so, didn't we? I always had the verse, trust in the Lord with all of your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And that's, yeah, after the initial anger and upset and not doing things in the normal way, it was just trusting that this was actually in his plan and this is, yeah, how we were meant to have our family.
You know, it always works, having the hope in Jesus, but you don't always go there first. And you always seem to lean on your own understanding too much. But actually knowing that you can go there first is the important thing.
I also think that I always have a plan, but actually somebody has a better plan than I do. And yeah, you know, we didn't have it easy with how we had to go about things, and certainly the last 19 years of bringing up the boys with certain needs as well, but absolutely, definitely his plan, and yeah, wouldn't have it any other way. And I've just got to remember that when things don't go the way I'm planning, that it's in his plan, and I've just got to trust.
We have been able to help other people in similar situations by meeting up and talking to you. And certainly, I think, fairly sure I've spoken to people about it before, so.
Yeah, there's always a reason for lots of things. You know, I think with Alfie and, you know, the amount of people that I've, you know, supported, and, you know, even in my own work, that understanding that I wouldn't have had, you know, because, yeah, we live and breathe it. So, you know, what we've learned is that we can bring hope to other people.